in regards to like, okay, like does mainstream media or traditional media has the pull anymore? Like, do they have the power to really lead the pack when it comes to
their glory days are sort of at an end? You know, see, my mom has traditionally been more of a, you know, who is the Generation X, you know, leaves the institution. She's like, yeah, no, I literally don't. We don't have cable in our house. She's like, I go on YouTube now to watch people insane. And that's if older people are doing that, and you know, only our grandparents are the ones that really still watch cable news religiously. But you know, that's not going to that's a dying generation.
Yeah, I mean, like my grandma like messages me on like Facebook all the time. I'm just like, Grandma, can you please like relax? But she does still watch cable news. And I remember when I mentioned Yang to her, she's like, oh yeah, I saw him on MSNBC. He seemed pretty cool. I'm like, oh really? Oh snap! It's like maybe like 2 months ago before the June debate. So I was like, okay, Grandma, I see you.
I think a lot of cable news paints him as is like, oh, he's a socialist for giving out free money and stuff. I was like, that's not really what it is.
Oh my god, it just makes my blood boil. And this is like, I guess because we were so early and we were so used to Yang, like it's just so frustrating to hear the same freaking arguments over and over again, and like having to like deal with this thing. It's just like tiring. But I just think, like, imagine what Yang's going through, like having to like talk these jokes all day long, like these people that are I remember like he was like on a podcast and he said like like he was shocked at how fake like these interviews were on like you know, Fox and MSNBC and like all these like people that like how the hosts would they'd just be like robots when the camera wasn't on, and then when the camera was on they would turn on and like they would act like they were all interested in you. I'm like, oh my god, that's creepy as fuck.
They are. They're corporate media machine, to be honest.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I think if more people like us, independent people, just talk about his policies and be like, okay, like, why is UBI a better idea? Because it's more empowering. It's like not something you're relying on, like welfare. It's something that you can actually use to go spend however you want to spend it, and that's more empowering. Because I would literally, if you're a freelance gig economy person, it literally will help you continue the lifestyle you want to live. This lifestyle that I don't want to work for someone else. I want the freedom to pick and choose what work I do, and I want to take vacation. That is empowering to people to do this.
Yeah, that's true capitalism, really. Like,
this is like, it will make capitalism much better. UBI.
I love the analogies on Twitter. People are like, yeah, it's like Monopoly, you know? Like, it's like you just start. Yeah, it's like we live all separate lives, but you all have a starting point. We have something to work on. We have like that, like first, I don't know, $100,000. I don't know what it is, but we have that first thing. Yeah, you got your. The game of life.
It would not be really fun if you gave nobody money and you didn't get $200.
Exactly.
It's UBI.
You couldn't do anything. You'd be like,
You're at the board a bunch of times until you fucking die.
Yeah, until you go to jail or something, and then you just withdrew away. Yeah.
Where it's all just go to jail.
Oh my god, dude.
It's a big Monopoly where we just all go to jail.
That is hilarious. I love Monopoly. I hate when people don't play it because it's too long. It's like, I like it as long.
I always bought the light blue sections, put hotels on them because they're cheap. But then once you get it, you bankrupt people.
Oh my god, dude.
I like Catan. Catan was my game.
Oh yeah, I love Catan too.
I haven't played in months, but we did Catan, then we started playing Monopoly Deal. Have you guys played Monopoly Deal?
No.
Just the card game. It's pretty fun. It's like way less time. It's just fun. It's quicker.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, my mom, she's a baby boomer. She's 59 years old. And we cut the cord. Yeah, I mean, we cut the cord 7 years ago. Like, I mean, because, yeah, she was like, this is like not worth the money. Not even just the entertainment, because she like going on like OWN and, you know, like, yeah, she watched, you know, like BET or whatever, but she was like, listen, I can, yeah, luckily she works, she goes to like a elderly person's home and takes care of them, so she can like watch TV over there. And she's like, okay, I don't care if I can't watch it at my own house, I'll just watch whatever I can there and then watch YouTube. So like now she's like on YouTube at least an hour a day every day. She's watching Hot Ones, which I turned on to. I was like, Mom, you gotta watch Hot Ones.
It's kind of fun to watch.
Dude, this is the
and we need to get Andrew Yang on there.
I made a video about it. I'm like, y'all, like, are you Gary V? Yes.
Yeah,
as many people. I love this.
I mean,
we continue to do that. Like, get as many interviews with independent people, because those are the people you can get who are like who will want to vote that are sort of impressionable. You know,
they're impressionable. Usually, they're the ones that are already disengaged. Yeah. So they're like, okay, I'm just gonna watch YouTube all day. Why do I care about politics? But when they see, it all mixed. I first saw Yang on the Joe Rogan Experience, like most people. But it's really just by chance. Like I just saw the clip of him talking about whether free college would work. Like it was like that title. Like okay, what him? I was like, okay, that's interesting because like I did vote for Bernie in the primary, so like I did like Bernie. I mean, I respect him a lot for paving the way for what we have now. But I definitely think he's a bit outdated. And just seeing that clip, I was like, okay, let me see what this guy is talking about. I never like heard of him before. And then when I watched the clip, it was like 10 minutes long, I was like, oh, he brings up a great point because I only did one semester of college because I hated it. I was like, okay, forget this. I'm a good student actually, but I would rather do artsy stuff and be creative and, stuff like that. And college is not the right thing for me. So when Yang was talking about, listen, like, why is college like the main, why is that like the only thing that we're encouraging our kids to do? I'm just like, thank you. Like somebody can say that.
You're really get a safe job that pays you pretty well, when price levels are a lot lower. You get a 401k, healthcare, all that kind of stuff. But now that's too expensive to maintain. It's not worth it being a slave to somebody not having all that work.
I grew up with like some really dumb friends. Like, and these guys would tell me like, oh, I'm gonna go to college. I'm like, don't. It's not like just
dude.
Like, go work at a trade if you want to do that, or go just find something that you like doing and just do that because you're just gonna waste money and time in college. And sure enough, all of them are like, a couple are firefighters, one is a cop, a couple of them are like electricians or plumbers, and they're just better with their hands. And like there's no shame in that for me. Like, and those
none.
are going to charge a lot more money. Like as automation takes away other jobs, people are gonna have to pay more for work like electricians and plumbers.
Work done by humans.
You can't. It's hard to automate that shit. So.
Yeah, it won't be done anytime soon. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I am still on Twitch, and the Andrew Yang 2020 channel is up in the chat saying hi. Yeah, because I'm telling you, Andy, like we got this stuff like hooked up last minute, but like me and Rob, we were in a meeting on Tuesday.
Weekly campaign call.
Yeah, and Rob first mentioned the road trip, and I was like, oh snap, Rob's here, let me mention the road trip too. And then that's when another person, Arun, he said, oh wait, like this is an idea, how about we stream some of what you guys are gonna do and host it on the official Yang Twitch. And I was like, okay, that's brilliant. Let's do it. It's all like, so now, they're hosting my channel and that's lit. So here they are. Yeah, I was shocked.
I'll say something real quick.
Yeah, sure. My screen is so cracked, but get the mic too. You got it right? Yeah, it's, I got it right. There's lots of...
Oh, here we go. Sideways. What's up, Yang Gang? Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get this oriented. Yeah, we're on the way to Nashville, so if there's anyone from Nashville watching, we will be there around 2 p.m. We'd love to meet up with y'all, interview, get some content, and let us know why you love Nashville, why you love the Nashville Yang Gang, and what you have to see in the future, because if we make a lot of content that's short form, easily digest, easily shareable, you'll be surprised about how far it can go, in this guerrilla campaign that we're fighting. And I think this is the correct way to do it with the ideas that we have. So if there's anyone out there in the Nashville Yang Gang, please hit us up because we'll be there in about 4 hours. And next we have St. Louis and then Kansas City, probably stop through Cedar Rapids, and then Chicago and Detroit. So hit us up. I think we'll be fun people to watch.
Hey! Rock on, Rob. So yeah, my plan is to also upload these videos on YouTube because of course Twitch they have to delete the videos at a certain point because they can't have a bunch of.
You can let them know when we're at the if you can let them know certain times we'll be live. Let's say the fundraiser. Yeah. Before when we're at the pre-debate rally, that'll be huge to show everyone, all the Yang Gang people.
Oh my god, dude.
And the campaign can sort of put an email out saying, hey, we're on Twitch and on Reddit. We'll go on Reddit and post that.
Oh my god, Reddit.
the thing is, since it's good that Yang Gang is on all of these different platforms, but the problem is we're so decentralized that it'll take some time to go on all of them and let people know. So,
that's true.
It's delegating is very important when I found this campaign. Like, doing something alone is impossible. So,
yeah.
I can go on Reddit and
Perfect.
post. Unless,
No, you're
are you on Reddit?
Yes, I am on Reddit.
Do you have a lot of karma? Because I don't really have too much karma.
I have like 400, I forget. Like,
if you want to
that.
go on there, I can remind you and just go on there and post it to the official Yang Gang thing and be like, hey.
Yeah.
Or every day we can be like, we're going to be live at this area.
Yeah, dude, we can do that.
Go on Reddit, because I think we'll definitely find some people that come out of the cracks there that want to help us.
Yeah, Reddit, I mean, I've been up there talking to people. It's a very interesting crowd.
Yeah.
Very, they're very passionate too. I think a lot of them would appreciate.
I know Shane Rapp is the gatekeeper, but if we can like get on Basecamp.
Yeah. I do it. Facebook, definitely. Like pretty much just everything. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Alright. What else?
400 Junction, that's weird.
Well, how do you guys, when did you guys first see Yang? I'm curious. Oh wait, ooh, we got somebody in the chat, hold up. Gigaton Punch, the stream looks dope. Hey, what's up? I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Where are you from? All right, while we wait for your answer. Yeah, where and when did you guys first hear about Yang?
Mine was December of last year. He was just giving like a speech in West Palm Beach in front of like 20 people.
Wow.
And I just went, I didn't know who he was. I didn't even know his policy idea, but when I got there, my friend who invited me was like, hey, he wants to give everybody $1,000 a month. I was like, that sounds crazy and not possible. And then what I've been telling everybody is like, that day he explained the policy, but he also explained how he could win. And it was very ambitious, but then I was like, let me see what he does, how he goes about his path. And then I read the book that week, and that was it. I was Yang Gang after that.
Wow, you wrote the wow.
Yeah, once I read the book, I was sold.
The book is just crazy good.
Yeah, it just like it shows the problem, and then it shows like this is the best solution that we've gotten so far. Like this is the best thing we have, and it's taken a lot of research and time. Like this isn't just like why don't we just give everybody $1,000? It's like a lot of research went into this. There's been UBI thoughts for a long time.
Hundreds of years.
Yeah, and research done to it and studies. Like it's just the right path forward at the very least to start us on this crazy transition we're going to be going through for sure.
Right. Oh, this guy's from California. Wow, dude. What? We're not going to be visiting California, but maybe
hopefully
someday.
The dates in October, November, December be in California. If they're in San Diego, you best believe I'll get my butt out.
Oh, snap. Okay, dude. Keep in contact, dude. All the link in Twitch, like if you scroll down, I have my Twitter and YouTube. So, just keep that in mind.
Like San Francisco, if it's in San Diego, go all the way down within a week. It'd be really
Oh my god. Okay, great. Great to have you, dude. Okay.
I found the video where I first saw you.
Oh my god.
Young Brothers interviewed him.
Oh,
Dude. That's the first.
Yeah. This is back in February.
I love this so much.
You're saying one of our stereotypes is going to help save this
2018. I think you talked about the opioid crisis out here. I was like, wow, there's actually someone who's running for president that's talking about it.
Yeah.
It's a problem that ravages people. Kills way more people than gun violence.
I mean,
they're gonna say I'm insensitive and stuff. Well, the magnitude of the problem suggests that it's a lot worse. I mean, I hate it that people.
Yeah.
You go online. Every time I post that, not as a troll, people are like, "Oh, you must not care about the kids that get killed." Like,
That's.
yes, I do, but it's only like it's an isolated kind of thing when
Exactly.
millions of people die a year from opiate and drug overdoses, and it's something that we don't talk about because it's like the media tells us, "Oh, this gun violence issue is so much worse," and if you're not like radicalized against it, then you're obviously, a murderous gun owner or something. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I really do not blame. I don't think I would ever own a gun, but I do not blame anybody that does or wants to. And the fact that I just feel bad for people, I guess, especially on the right or Republicans, that
On the left,
I own a gun. I think it's so defensive when gun violence is talked about, because I mean, the left has been so like advantageous.
Agitated, because they act like they attack them like, oh, you want a gun, you're probably gonna do something bad, and that's obviously not the case. Like,
yeah, it's just really.
If you look back at the mass shootings, they could have been stopped. Where if you had to have like a background check, or it's a mental health crisis. If we had better mental health care in this country, these things could have been prevented.
Yeah, that is the core.
Gonna, do it.
That's the core.
Taking them all away is not going to solve the problem.
It's so dumb. And yeah, Yang has mentioned that multiple times. That it is a mental health crisis, not more so.
Yeah, you will not alienate the majority of people on the left if you have that rhetoric. You will not alienate the majority of people on the right. You will literally, most people on the left and the right will agree with that. It's just people with the loudest voices on both sides are either rapidly for it or against it, and that's the problem. You gotta think about people in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot more people are in the middle than what the traditional media would let you believe. Like, it's just crazy. They're the ones that actually kind of are feeding into the divisiveness, if anything. They're not helping it. They don't plan on helping it because it gives them views. It's like, okay, let's like have this sense of tribalism because that will get us, our dying viewership, which is gonna die anyway.
Model makes them do this.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Great Hack yet?
No. What is that?
So that's a new Netflix movie that just came out yesterday. And they identified people in the middle called persuadables, like people that haven't that are kind of like could be one back and forth or just like have like independent thinking, and that's who they attacked with marketing. Cambridge Analytica targeted these people, and so the people that are in the middle got polarized more because of ads like this that Facebook ran and whatnot. And it's a really good movie, and at the end it talks about data as a property that we should get something for our data. And the hashtag is
wonder who else mentions that.
Exactly. The hashtag is own your data. So anything I'm posting with that's Yang related, I'm just putting that hashtag because that's going to be trending by the end of the weekend. That movie is so good, it's going to absolutely be trending by the end of the weekend.
It came out this weekend?
It came out today. Yeah,
today?
Yesterday.
Whoa, dude. You being a pioneer.
It's really good. Like, it's kind of scary and it's really horrific because it led to a genocide in one country where Facebook ads, got people to feel so strongly about it, the opposite race in this one country, or opposite tribe, that they were like, we have to kill them. That's what we're going to do.
Oh my God.
It's really dangerous what they can do with our data, and we have to just know what they're doing. And the story is basically based on one guy who's he wants his data. He's like, I just want my data.
It's like Finding Nemo. Where's my data?
Data. And he's like, I just you've already used it. I got no money for it. I just want to know what it is that you have. What is my data that you have? Because I think at that time they had 5,000 data points. So 5,000 things identify you, like all these different statistics about you. Now it's like 15, 20, I think they said like 18,000 data points that they can get on you from your social media, your spending. He wanted that data. He never got it. The company, Cambridge Analytica, decided to just go to they just took the fines and just said we're guilty of not giving you your data, and that's it. He never got it, and he'll never get it. And so that's what he's fighting for. He's fighting for people to be aware of it, and obviously Andrew Yang is I think he's the only candidate that has a policy written out as to why we should own our data, and then we get to decide what to do with it.
Wow. So on the movie, who's this guy's name?
I couldn't tell you. I only watched it through once, but he's teaching people about data, I think, in New York City now, and the other people involved is just what's the one guy's name? There's two people came out against that work for Cambridge Analytica. They're the ones that whistle blew on that company, and I think her name is Bridget Kaiser. She's trending on Twitter for sure, and the kid that was known before that was Chris Wiley, I think was his name.
Yeah.
He came out like a year ago about his thing, and then they still denied it because he left the company before this stuff came out. This girl, Bridget Kaiser, she was there.
It was in the news for a week or two, and all of a sudden, never talked about it again. Cambridge. I remember that last March or April. This shit came out.
It's way crazier than the news led you to know. now. Because if they told you what you see in this movie, you'd be so fucking upset and scared and weirded out.
Yeah. It seems like they want to keep people like technology illiterate, and it's only going to work for so for so long.
One of the most alarming things that she puts in there, and that really shocked, she spoke to the British government about it, is that this is like it's a weapon. It's a mass weapon that they use basically to polarize people, because they were part of Brexit as well. So they were part of Trump winning. They were part of Brexit. So they use this data, our data, as a weapon against us. And she's like, that's why I had to do something about it. Like, I had to say something because it's just gonna get worse.
You know what? When I was in high school, there's this guy that was in my grade. His name was Joshua Jasmine, and he's pretty smart. He was like second in our class when it comes to rank. But he's kind of a nerd. But I just remember one thing that he has said was a theory is that like the next like World War III would, if anything, it would be a digital one. It would be something online. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. This is me like in like junior year of like high school, but I'm just like, oh, that makes sense. And then like we kind of just brushed it off, but I'm like, dude, he's onto something. Totally makes sense, dude. And that's the thing, like, oh boy, when people say like, okay, why should we deserve this freedom dividend? That is part of the reason why every average American has a part in building these freaking
contribute to the economy
physically. So, and they don't want us to know that. It's freaking clown world.
Clouds or cloud?
Yeah.
Clouds or cloud?
Oh my god. Well, you know what? We're gonna fight, man. The cat's out of the bag.
And Yang talks about how like technology is the new oil, but that's actually an old thing. That was
data.
So 2017, an article was released that showed that data had already surpassed oil back then as like the most expensive, most valued commodity. So the movie, when you see it, the Great Hack, you know, she's experiencing that like firsthand. This person that works for Cambridge Analytica, she's watching as data takes over and realizing how much her company's making and how powerful it is. And so I mean, like that's absolutely part of, you know, Yang's position on everything is like, this is a really powerful resource. We should get something from that, or at least be able to opt out of having our data used.
Exactly.
You know, one of the two. But we right now we don't know anything.
Yep. We're sitting ducks.
We have no idea what's happening to our data, and it's being sold over and over again. And like, there's proof that they used it beyond their. Like they said, oh, we're going to stop using it, but they kept using it. So they can't stop themselves. I mean, it's like a drug for them because of how powerful it is. Like, you can't stop using it until you're going to be government banned, or someone has to step in and do something. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's basically having like all the knowledge of the world. Like, you just know everything. So of course people are gonna be like, okay, let me have as much of this as I possibly can, and yeah, let's keep the little people clueless and not do anything.
About the swing states too, that term for Trump, like that movie, shows that's who Cambridge Analytica targeted. They targeted the swing states as well. So if you were someone that was upset about losing your job to automation or losing your job to globalization,
oh my god,
those are the exact people they targeted. So right when they needed a message of like either hope or change,
they got it.
Cambridge Analytica had an ad for them ready to go.
They got it.
That basically polarized them. So it was like this combination of job loss to automation, and then this use of your data against you to polarize you. And,
dang.
That's the missing piece that I was missing. It's like, how could Andrew's statistics be so accurate about all these rural areas that lost jobs? It's because the statistics were there already. The data was already there. This company just had to weaponize it against America, basically.
Oh my god.
And the reason why Trump will do nothing about this is because that's how he won. So and the same guy that,
it's like a secret.
The movie ends with the same guy that ran his data last time and like ran everything as that part of his campaign. Is now his total campaign manager. I forget the name of this person.
That's
so
all right.
His strategy is exactly the same. And there's already, I don't know if you saw a Facebook ad where they have Yang and four of the Democrats raising their hands about, are we socialists? And like,
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I am dead.
They just it wasn't. They just it's like Photoshop to where it's like Biden and it's all five of the top. It's top five.
The
And look,
first debate was who here would I give infinite rates for healthcare, and they had a field day with that.
Dude.
it's Photoshop to where it's like everybody.
Don't even
raising
get me
their hand.
started.
And what's cool, though,
Freaking-
respect to Yang, he's in the top five because there's only 5 candidates with their hands up that Trump is
I
targeting.
think they know that Yang is a threat to them. If he makes it through, they know that Yang
Oh my
is a bigger
God.
threat to them than any other candidate, to be honest.
That was what I took.
Dude.
I was like, Yang's
They-
in the top
they know.
5.
They know.
I mean, I am 100% certain that Trump knows that Yang exists, but right now, like, his team is probably working so hard to figure out how to address it. Yeah, definitely how to,
Keep him down in the primary.
yeah, ignoring him. Just
Not
pretend he doesn't
talking about him,
exist.
Don't talking about him. Yeah. That's their
Um,
biggest thing. If they're smart, he wouldn't talk about him.
yeah, and listen, I give Trump's team props. They know what they're doing. Like, I don't think Trump is dumb per se, and narcissistic, yes.
He's very good in
But
niche situations.
yes, he does know how to, I believe he knows how to manipulate people and get people to do what he wants
Reality
them to
TV,
do.
he's a reality
Which,
TV star,
yeah, I mean,
So people are good at that persuading people.
yeah, the art of persuasion. I definitely agree
I
with
think
that.
that he doesn't know how to deal with Yang, but I think he has people that can tell him how to do it. You know?
Yes.
Each person how to do it.
He wouldn't know. I think he needs a team.
Trying to talk to Yang.
For sure. Oh my god. We have 3 viewers. Woo! For sure. I'm gonna like blast this on Reddit and other
Let's get a
places
schedule
too.
going, and
I
then, like,
definitely.
we'll know when we're gonna be on live and stuff, and yeah.
Yep.
Reddit, the Facebook Basecamp, Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely Facebook, definitely Twitter. I can go on some Discords and go there too. And
Discord.
yeah, I got you, dude.
Has anyone on seen the Great Hack? Have they seen that yet?
Oh yeah, have you guys?
I know a lot of people on
You're-
Twitter have seen it already. Like in the Yang gang, like
That's amazing. I love that. I love that we're all nerds. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. Yeah, guys, if you have seen this, is it technically a documentary or is it?
it's a documentary. It
Okay.
starts off and I'm like thinking, I didn't know what I just saw like someone post about like you gotta watch this. So I immediately turned it on last night. And
Yeah.
it starts off and I was like, oh, this looks like a movie, and then it's like, wait, they start like doing the documentary thing where there's facts and names of people listed, and I'm like, okay, this is a documentary. And then I was like, all right, where's it going? And then it got really scary.
Yeah,
Really quick.
got real fast.
And yeah, it just gets very real fast. And I remember Wiley, and like you said, some of the stuff coming out on Twitter about Cambridge Analytica, but I had no idea to the extent that they manipulated the elections. Like it's
crazy.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
They did a lot, and they did exactly what they needed to win.
Interesting. What?
No, it's Russian collusion.
I was
racism.
just about to say. I'm like, no,
That's
somebody's
what
gonna
Trump
freaking
likes.
bring it up.
Russian collusion and racism. Yeah, that's totally, it's as oversimplified as that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much more simple than what they want you to think. As they tell you to think.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
God. What is it now? The report came out. I don't even know. I hate it that that's just what mainstream people think that, oh, if one man leaves office, you think all these complex problems that have been existing for 30 years are going to be magically fixed? No.
Nope.
Infrastructure, are our roads going to fix themselves?
China. Fix.
Oh my God. China is burying us in infrastructure investments. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys have known, but they're literally investing in deep water ports all over the Indian Ocean, India,
Really?
Thailand, Africa. They're building all these new bridges and highways throughout, the Middle East and Asia. And even within their country, they just finished building a high-speed rail between Shanghai and Beijing. They said the ROI for economic development is crazy because everywhere along the railway, there have been towns that have sprung up, and it has made commerce easier because people can do that. And we're literally still behind on that. We have not invested in infrastructure in this country.
Oh my God, it kills me that is the case. Because That's
the biggest thing. We're going to get buried by China because their investments in infrastructure.
they are smart enough to know that you have to take care of your environment, and then in return, your environment will take care of you. Meaning that you will. They are, so they really do need to. Like, honestly, it is true.
They're
like,
paving the way for logistically.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people have like a lot of strong opinions about China, but you have to give them that. Like, they see a problem and they address it. Like, we in America, for the most part, we just are so idle-minded, and we can't we're just so numb to everything. That's a better way to say it. We're just numb.
Yang brings it out. Like, we just don't invest in that stuff, and China, just like for years now, has decided they're just.
Yep.
The government jumped on the technology and said this is the way we're gonna go, and they skipped credit cards. They skipped debit cards. They went right from cash to just having an economy based on their phones. They just use phones, QR codes to pay everything.
Yeah.
Facial recognition to make payments. So that was there's other things like culturally that worked with China that wouldn't work here because we're so careful with our data, or like trying to be more careful with
suppose, but yeah.
But the government themselves have invested a lot in China, and they invested in the right things. And unfortunately here we're just so focused on every company doing their own thing and technology, and the market will create all these innovations, and it has created a lot. We still are the most innovative. But I would love to see Yang get in there, and he's absolutely going to invest in all these things. Higher broadband he talked about on the AARP conference.
And they say 5G is about to change everything forever.
Really? Yeah.
I wish all the phone companies would merge, because that's the thing. I think if everyone was working together, all the cell towers, there'd be a lot more bandwidth for everyone to share instead of like having bandwidths in every place.
Our internet connection is just.
One nationalized cell phone company, and it's fine. It's just no competition. Every single sector is good, not necessarily.
No, and I love that Yang mentions that. Like, when it comes to technology, we do want the best company. We're not trying to go to Yahoo and like search things that we want Google. Like, there's a reason for that, because they are the best, and that should be the case for cell phone companies as well. Like, oh my god, dude, especially since America is just so big and so vast, we really need it.
Communication technology and transportation infrastructure is what we're lacking on. China is going to bury us with that. They are burying us.
Yep. Yeah.
It's getting off fossil fuels. We could have done this back in the 70s, 80s, but no, it's just big oil had a huge control on everybody, It's funny, because Jimmy Carter put solar panels in the White House, and Ronald Reagan took them off.
Go figure.
It's okay. People our age, we are really cognizant of the future that we want, and we're not gonna just roll over everything,
No, yeah, it is sometimes like infuriating talking to my parents, because they are so used to settling for the status quo. I'm just like, you guys, we have to get a move on. Like, what are you doing? Because my parents, like, I mean, props to them. Like, they did grew up in a generation where when you worked hard, you were rewarded. Like, my parents are both black, and I can imagine it was probably hard for them growing up. My mom is from North Carolina, and my dad was born and raised in Philadelphia. So yeah, they really had to work hard to provide a good life for us. So I understand that, and I respect them for that. But like, at this point, we have to evolve and think more outside of not just working for ourselves, but like looking at the bigger picture.
How are we gonna make a better life for our children if we can't afford to buy a house? You know what I mean? That's the problem. It's like when they were 20 years old, 22, got married, they could literally buy a house.
Yeah.
It was affordable.
But they did.
Now it's like you have to come up with a down payment, and it's, I don't know. I was telling him, there's 3 areas in Atlanta that I feel like we're going to explode in the next 5 to 10 years that I might buy into. It's sort of like a guest house, an Airbnb guest house. That's what I want to do. That way I can basically have that and manage it from afar and go travel whenever I want to.
Yeah, man, that sounds like a plan. It's exploding, especially in the movie business. Like Atlanta, is like considered
media, music. I mean, it's not just rap anymore. You have pop,
everything.
you have electronic music. it's
Yeah.
getting a lot bigger. Country is obviously a big thing in like rural areas of Georgia, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just and startups. You know, small business and startups. That's a huge thing that's booming in Atlanta. It's on the rise.
Yeah. I approve of that decision. Alright. Oh wait, I have a question for you guys. So my friend in Kansas, his name is Chris, by the way. I know him from Twitch actually. He does like Twitch streams. That's how I know him. But he was thinking about going to the movies and seeing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that new Tarantino film.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's coming out this Friday. Yeah, he's
That's pretty dope.
yeah, he's seeing it today, but he said that, you know, he can buy tickets for all of us if we want to go to the movie theaters. So, like, you don't have to go, but if you want to go, I can just let him know, hey, like, you know, X amount of people want to come.
Definitely good.
You're
I
right.
love Tarantino movies for sure.
Yeah.
Tarantino.
Yeah, you, what about you, Rob?
Yeah, we know. And I want to show my buddy there who lives in like Overland Park. It's kind of like a little bit south of the city itself. But
Yeah.
I gotta get him. I want to meet a Kansas City Yang member and get him those two to meet because I think we can convert him.
Yeah, we get to...
He's like, we Trump, but he has no chance in the primary. I was like, dude, like, if
Are you kidding?
You literally are still an outsider of the campaign. If you were going on these campaign calls and seeing the strategy, you'd be so surprised because Yang is only raised $4 or $5 million total, $4 million.
Yeah.
Buttigieg, Biden got like $24 million in one semester. If we had that money, oh my god, it'd be over.
And, oh, dude, man. Like,
So you can actually afford a few mainstream media ads, just a few to kind of like get that, but the rest would be for staffers on the ground, Facebook ads, social media ads, all that kind of stuff.
yeah. Oh my god, I love there's a YouTuber. His name is Steve Danley. Danley. That guy is hustling his ass off. He is buying Google ads.
I'm a Patreon.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Because he's doing it on a budget, and the guy is very frugal. Like he's not gonna waste.
Shout out to
money
you,
or
Steve.
resources. Like he's not gonna waste it.
He's like, I'm getting my $1,000 a month. None of these bitches are gonna take it from me. Like,
That guy,
none of
if no one else gets it, that guy's getting UBI.
Yeah.
Even if no one else gets it, he's getting it. That guy is so demanded from the government that he gets his UBI. I love that guy. His passion is like he gets heated and sometimes he gets out of control with some of the stuff he says.
I know.
He just gets hot. You know, he just starts just
Yeah.
going off, you know? And I remember there was back in the day, like a lot of people are still haven't really talked much about how UBI is going to be implemented, and it's pretty clear that it'll have to be some kind of phase-in program.
Yeah, but you start paying like $500 a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know. We still need details on that. I trust Yang to do it the best way possible. But Steve freaked out when that. I don't think you guys were even in the Yang gang when that happened. Because
Don't think so.
Steve. So there was like this thing where Yang mentioned on a video that it would have to be phased in, and then Steve freaked out. He's like, it's over. if it's phased in, I'm out. Like this shit, that was not in the policy. He was so upset. And like the next day, he's like, all right, I've calmed down. I thought about it. He's right. We gotta phase it in. I trust Yang. He rose back at him. He was so upset. That day he was calling for, like, he's like, Yang needs to talk about this immediately. He just gets fired up, and it's passion because he cares. I think about not only his situation, but I think he just cares about everybody. Like he's a guy who just cares, and he gets.
Yeah.
Very
And even
deep
if
about
Yang
it.
changes his mind on stuff, he's not the base isn't gonna like say screw you. It's like we realize that Yang is a pragmatic person that puts it on the table. It's like, hey, if things change, I'll put a better way on there. I had one of my other buddies from here. Yang said something about guns that might have been more like restrictive, and my buddy's like, "Oh, his campaign's done." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, right." Then all of a sudden, he blew up like the next.
I
week by, like,
remember
Joe
that
Rogan.
on Twitter. People were so pissed at him.
Right before Joe Rogan, my buddy's like, "He's done."
Oh,
And then all of a
really?
sudden, Joe Rogan interview happened.
Dude. Oh my god.
Like, the only way he'll die is if he's totally ignored by everybody, which that is not going to be the case. That's the only way this campaign can die. And if they somehow screw him out of the polls.
Yeah, they like.
That's the only. I think they know that.
I'm sure there's a way to do that, but I mean, yeah, if they
DNC is being
just.
very, very sketch.
Yeah.
They are, man.
They really are. they're so scared. It actually just makes me more pumped that they're so fucking terrified.
It's like the Soviet Union. If the party doesn't pick you in the primary, you're not going to win the election because you won't be picked. You know, it's like we live in a two-party Soviet Union. I feel like that's what this is. A two-party. If the party doesn't like you, you're not going to be in power. They will suppress you, install a challenger. Eric Swalwell, they installed a challenger in his district. I think that's why he dropped out because his comments to Joe Biden. He's like, yeah, Joe Biden passed the torch. And all of a sudden he dropped out of the race because they installed a challenger. Isn't that fucked up?
Interesting. I didn't think he'd get any backlash from that, but I guess he did. Some people were not pleased with that.
You know, like attacks to the establishment.
This got me tripping how you kept talking about changing diapers. I'm like, you guys, can you please stop pimping out your daughter to win this election? It's not gonna work that way. Please. Okay, in one of his ads, he said that he literally showed him changing his baby daughter's diaper and say, okay, if I can change diapers, I can clean up the mess in DC. I'm just like, dude, I swear to God, that is a thing I can look at.
This is like a movie ad that's hilarious, but this is like our
no.
About how you're gonna fix the country.
He had a lot of terrible moments in his campaign. He was a terrible campaign. But you guys listen to his exit interview on NPR Politics?
Part of it, yeah.
Part of it, exactly.
So the part that I really liked was he's describing Yang. He's like, we need someone that is fresh, that's engaging voters, that has new ideas, and then he's like, Warren is. I was like, what?
Oh my God!
Steve Crow. God, no!
But he's right about what he described as right. He just didn't.
But his answer was wrong.
What the person he sees is the part that where he's a little bit wrong.
Elizabeth Warren is not the policy person. She's the old guard policy person.
He also mentioned something that I think is really relatable because a lot of people like these analysts, political analysts, whatever, are just saying all these people are running just for fame or just to get a book sold or whatever. But he was honest and he's like, the time I spent away from my family and that I could have been using in other ways, it's completely draining to be campaigning. So if I was just trying to sell a book, just like Mary Williamson, she's done book tours before. She can just do a book tour if she want to do.
Who said this? You said Eric Swalwell said?
Eric Swalwell talked about it. Yeah.
That's exactly what Yang said. He said if you're doing this for ego, you're insane.
Yeah, ego or for some kind of profit or get name, you're out of your mind.
Yeah. Well, listen.
He won.
He accidentally. He didn't plan on it. I don't think. There's no way. He's like, oh, I didn't pick a cabinet because I was superstitious. Oh, get the fuck out of here. He's not a superstitious man.
Once you watch The Great Hack, you will see how calculated all this is. And it's actually
I think it was
there's a possibility that this movie aims at Steve Bannon being the mastermind behind all these movements. He's met with all these different leaders that are winning right-wing kind of ideologies all over the place.
Yeah.
He's part of Cambridge
the
Analytica.
focus on the people that are not getting the attention, like the nationals, the native nationals in Italy, France, Netherlands, where they feel like, yeah, we're getting screwed over by these really. France, the Yellow Vest protests, they're like, oh, in order to get off of fossil fuels, we're going to tax the fuck out of everybody, even though we don't have infrastructure that can help people get off fossil fuels. That's the problem. It's not like there's charging stations everywhere and Teslas are as cheap and subsidized here. That, oh yeah, it'll make sense to get on a Tesla, but that's not the case. That's what they do. It's like if we tax everyone, they're going to get off it. That's not going to happen because the infrastructure is not here. Does that make sense?
Yep. Gotta set the foundation first.
They even use data you'll see in the movie that in Trinidad had elections, and what they decided was the best way to go is to make not voting cool. So
I totally believe that.
They started this movement through YouTube videos and through artists and music to not vote. Not voting is cool. And what they realized is that Black Trinidadians and Indian Trinidadians, Black Trinidadians would not vote. They just wouldn't care, and the movement would work on them. The movement would also bring in younger Indian voters, but those younger Indian voters, because of family values and traditions and their history, their parents would be pissed if they didn't vote, so they would vote. So that's who controlled that election is because of that. So the difference in voting among youth was 40%. 40% more Indian youth voters voted than Black youth voters because of this no vote movement that Cambridge Analytica gave data on and helped shape. So it's like, you think Trump didn't win by accident. It was very calculated.
Man, it's that group think. Like, they oh my God.
I don't know how you...
I think it's a mix. I think that, yes, I do believe that there were a lot of brilliant people that had to do with orchestrating this. But I was up late watching a live stream. I remember election night, practically morning, like 4 a.m. I had to go to school too. But I stood up. I was like, okay, let me see how this rolls. And I remember when Trump won, the look on his face, he just seemed like he couldn't believe it. I don't know, I just feel like maybe he wasn't in the know completely. I feel like maybe.
He was I think he was kept in arms apart, but his advisor was like, "Hey, sir, trust us. We got the best people."
I feel like that happened, yeah. Cause maybe
I think he would run his mouth so much he would slip up and know. I think that's kind of why. He runs his mouth and we would know.
That would be my guess. That it was a mix of both.
The Russians and Cambridge Analytica didn't actually talk to him themselves. They talked to people in the campaign, and they were like, "All right, sir, we're doing the best people. Just you don't need to be involved in this for the better." And
yeah, we got you. Yeah, Oh boy, this is so interesting.
I've watched a lot. The other week, I was watching clips from the Celebrity Apprentice. He's so much more calculated. It's crazy. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually he keeps your attention, it's dramatic, it's all this kind of stuff. And he's a different Donald Trump there than say, now. And not he's different there and on the campaign show than he is as a president, if that makes sense. He's more reactionary and more I don't know.
Yeah, defensive,
you watch
maybe.
The Celebrity Apprentice, you can watch Meatloaf and Gary Busey and, it's best Donald Trump moments on the Apprentice, and you'll see.
It's a bit before my time, but I do remember my mom watching it. Because my mom likes that, likes Shark Tank and all that stuff.
All these black people that watch Snoop Dogg, they loved him. Now all of a sudden they hate him, and it's
they do? Why? I don't even know why. Why do we hate Snoop Dogg now?
I don't hate Snoop Dogg. I'm just saying, Snoop Dogg and Trump are boys.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
On The Apprentice, they were friends. They were good friends.
Interesting.
And now all of a sudden, no one was hating on Snoop Dogg or Trump before that. Now all of a sudden Kanye likes him, everyone hates Kanye,
Right. Well, Kanye he was on a down, more spiral anyways, and that just, made it just...
It's so funny, he's like, that's my friend, I love this guy.
Listen, I can only imagine, being a celebrity in this country would make you go insane. So I have empathy for everybody. Oh my God, it's just a lot going on. I don't want to judge people too harshly, so I tend to be on the empathetic side. Yeah. Well, now I'm judging people harshly for not, because we have the answer yang and people are still being ridiculous. But yeah.
I see some issues come out, anything that comes out or happens in the world, you have to have an opinion. And if you hesitate at all, if you even just wait to think about it, then you're fine.
Too late.
Why do they wait so long? And if you say something right away and it comes out to be not true,
I know.
then it's you're a fucking idiot. You literally cannot win unless you know something so well that you can tell. You have to have some inside information.
Yeah.
You're taking a risk every time you tweet something that you could just be immediately canceled.
Dude,
your
cancel culture is
everything
so
you say
poisonous.
Cancel you in a second. And there's no explanation, there's no nuance, there's no hearing what the person was thinking or the data they were given, the information, and it's who the media decides to cancel too, because Kamala and Beto, I think, tweeted about Erica Thomas, this congresswoman who lied about having that racial interaction in Georgia, I think it was, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You guys did not see this yet?
I have not.
Oh, so she said that in line, there was some hateful words between her and a man in line. She had too many items.
Right.
Fast checkout. And so she said, he said to go back to where you came from. And so that's very triggering language. So Kamala and Beto and other Congress people jumped on and were like, this is wrong. Sean King, I think, also said something. And then when she got interviewed and met the guy's a Cuban. He's anti-Trump. He's a never-Trumper. He spoke out against Trump saying go back to where he came from. He actually just said something about being a lazy bitch or some kind of negative thing, but he didn't say anything racist or what she was claiming that he said.
Double vlog.
So all of a sudden these people started deleting tweets and like retracting.
You never can delete a tweet. Like don't like people should know this by now.
Yeah, it's already done. But I mean, what else do you do? Like, she told me embellish her story to make it seem more hateful and racist. So it's like
hate that
you know,
shit.
So
I really do.
That's my thing. Is like. It's got to be so stressful as a politician or celebrity. Like everyone expects you to have an opinion, but they don't want you to wait to formulate it. It's got to be like if you wait too long, then it's like, oh, you're just copying the other person's opinion. But you can get totally fucked by coming out with an opinion too soon about something that you just don't know the facts about. So it's so terrible.
Yeah, you're totally right. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. All right, so Rob is starting his. Yeah. I'm the black void that you can't see.
I'll get a little bit of footage here and there on the way.
No,
there.
I love it.
That way I can like get on there and cut it up, and it shows that this is it's documenting the process. And that's one thing I learned on the last startup I was on.
Yeah.
We didn't document it, and that's something people like to see this shit. So,
yeah. What does Gary Vee always say?
And we say something like that. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. And I'm a jump cutter, so like I'll basically jump cut this and get the best stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
This is just a test run, but
no problem.
Right there.
I mean, that's why I love Gary Vaynerchuk, because he is like the king of like documenting the journey. He's been doing it for the years.
He tells people, document the journey.
Like, we don't know what to do. Yeah, don't. I get.
What is he worth now?
I mean,
60 million.
I'd be surprised if it was less. I mean, he grows exponentially. Rightfully so, he's a legend. He's like, we live amongst legends, and he is one of them. Yeah, man, I would love to meet him one day. Oh my god, that'd be lit. Yeah, man. I want to get one of the sneakers too.
You said one person from Nashville has reached out to us and wants to do interviews. Who said that you
Yes, Terry. I've talked to him on the meeting last week. So I actually have him. Yeah, he. I'm in this group chat that the Twitch. He's part of the Twitch community for Yang, and I have him on the Twitch chat. I have to check. Let me end this Twitch stream. This Twitch stream's been going on for a good hour. I'm happy. Yay! Longer the better. Okay, I'm going to. That's okay. I can just ask Arun, be like, hey, can we get in contact with Terry? And then that'd be all. That'd be good. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off of this part 2. The part 1, which is me stuck on the freaking airplane, which I was so pissed. We were up there for an hour, dude, because we were there early, and then the gate wasn't ready, and then apparently a plane before us had some maintenance issues, so they had to get that done before they could leave, and
Hibachi and Sushi, they have a lunch special. It's $75 for 2 sushi rolls, a salad, and a soup. I don't know if you guys are hungry.
I just sure. All right, let's do it. All right, guys.
Let's go for dinner because it's This is my stop for Bonnaroo. We go here every year. I'm gonna stop at Bonnaroo.
All right, let me sign off with this Twitch. Bye guys, thanks for watching. We had a consistent 3 viewers. Oh wait, Terry, oh my god, okay, so Arun just text me Terry's information. Look at you, man, these people are on top of it. I love it. Okay guys, see, man, my next goal is to make a schedule of when we're going to stream specific times. So the next time I'm thinking,
I know on one of the Twitch channels I watch, he's a chess player. I watch his analysis of games and stuff. So there's a way to get it to where it notifies you, right?
Yes.
Twitch is on live, and then I always get the notification, and then all of a sudden then you can just jump on when you want. So maybe they'll do that. Some of the people that are on right now.
Yep, no problem.
The more live streaming we have for all this, the better. I mean, that's huge.
This is a matter of time. I feel like just keep going. Eventually people will catch on. Yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna be so lit. Okay, guys.
Documenting the movement,
Man, we're pioneers. Bye, guys.
This is a literal 21st century campaign being run right now. We're freedom fighters.
Oh, I love that, freedom fighters.